So guys, in this part we are going to make our network manager script. So let's go to our hierarchy. Here we are going to create a new empty object. I'm going to call it network manager. So then I'm going to our script folder. Here I'm going to create a new C# script. Going to call it also network manager as well. And after that, I'm going to attach that script to our network manager. So now we can open it in C#, because for now we don't need a start and update, we can delete them. And now in the top we need two library. So here using photon.pon. Pon means Photon Unity Network. And another one is using photon.realtime. So we need these two because later when we want to add some function from the Photon, so we have access to them easy. So now here we are going to make a variable public int. It means integer, and we want the max number of our player. So I'm going to say max player. Now we are going to make this script to instance or singleton. The good things about the singleton is that we have access to that script easy from other script. But the bad things about that is that we only allow to have one in our game. That means we can in our scene we are allowed to have just one of that, and we are not allowed to use it in our players because we have multiple players or also enemies. Because we have multiple enemies, and it's going to cause errors. But for using that in main menu, it's okay. We can use that without any problem because it's just one. So now here to make it singleton, I'm going to make it public static network manager, and here instance. And then we are going to make awake function because we want to get access to our so network manager at the beginning of the game and before the game starts. Now here if we are going to the if function, if instance is not equal to null, that means if one version of this script is exists, because if we are going to load a new scene to main menu, from the main menu to the lobby, and if we have so extra of this instance, we want to disable that one to avoid getting any errors. So here, and after that instance is not this script, then game object dot set active false. Here set active is going to disable the data object, deactivate the game object, as you see here. So now else, that means if we don't have any version of this script, then what we want to do, first we want to say the instance is equal to this. Then we don't want to destroy that object, so don't destroy unload and inside game object. So now we want to connect to our network. So here we are going to the start function. Just type a start, and then here photon network dot connect to connect using setting. So now, as you see, before I'm going to the next function, when I put this 2/, it means this is a comment. It's just for the information, and it doesn't do anything in our script except it's going to give us some info about our lines of code. So now here I want to use the unconnected to master, but for sure we cannot use that. So here we have a server, but we don't have a master. So that's why we need in the top, instead of mono behavior, using mono behavior pawn callback. So now here we can say, let's see, on connected to master. Let's see if I can find it. So let's public our void on connected to master there. So, and as you see here, we use the override. That means, so it's a defined function that we have here. We are going to get from here mono behavior callback point, but we want to implement our own function. That's why we don't want this one. We can delete this part, and we are going to override it with our own code. Now inside photon network dot join a lobby. Well, after that we need also another function, and this function we are going to, when we want to join rooms, so that means here we are going to join a lobby, and then from there we need to join the rooms. So here public void create room. Inside we have the name of the string, name of the rooms, then here we are the room options. We pass that information to options is equal to new room options. So after that we want to check how many players join the room. So options dot max players is equal to max players, but we are going to get errors because of that, because the network is using byte. That's why it doesn't accept the integer, so we need to convert that integer to byte. So here we can use just byte behind of that. So, and at the end here photon network dot create a room, the name of the room, so room name, and options. So now we need another two function, public void join room So a string room name, and photon network dot join room. So inside also we are going to use that parameter that we use here, room name. And the next function, when we want to change scene, because it's not work as a normal changing scene, because it's a multiplayer, and so we need to make it some other way. So scene here, photon network dot load the level, and here the scene name. So the name of that scene that we have here. So that's all that we need for our network manager script. So now let's save it and see you now in the next video.